I unfortunately I don't think I can do anything. That I couldn't get Dwarf Fortress like saved. I let me. I do believe Mitchell is done though. I mean it'll be whatever progress from. I did at least go back at some point in time recently and set the. I set the autosave to every season. So whatever happened in the last season since the last save is gone. But I mean, honestly, I don't know that I lost a ton of progress or anything because I've been talking so much and at the actually probably the bummer thing is I probably have to redo some trades, which is kind of always the hardest part. Let me. I will need to. Let's go to edit real quick. Let's see. I will put. I will put. I'll put old Mitchell in the Twitch tank with the orc for now, since I don't have uh, another like specific one for. Please be careful. We'll put three Mitchells in there. Well, let's see. Hmm. We'll put two Mitchells in there because there's only two Jodan Baker movies. There's Mitchell, and then there's Final Justice. I'm trying to remember. I don't think there was any other Jodan Baker ones. I mean, I would be shocked if there were. I don't remember that he was like any like real role in. I guess. No, no. Giant spider. He was the giant spider. Hey, what's up, Cobra? Oh, whoops. Save. Hmm. You know what? Actually, let me just do it this way for now. Since we just added him, I won't let it cycle through. Oh god, I forgot the Twitch aquarium has the Bubsy theme. It's not just the default Bubsy theme either. I'm gonna boot it up real quick just to see where I left off at, or you know what was left in the save. Um, I'll look real quick and see. Also, I'm probably gonna blame Time Stalker for the sped up Bubsy theme. I think this was his idea. If not him, then probably Nowonk. Okay, so I'll switch over real quick and mute it. It will be on in the background for now. Actually, let's get rid of the F10 menu here. Wow. Come on, there we go. And then I will switch over to this. Oh yeah, no, the like sped up increasing tone of that particular version of the theme is probably meant to drive you somewhat into madness. Okay, so let's see. I did get this up. I did move this over. Da, da. See, you know, I've never really poked around too much at old Toady One and all them. Like I knew he'd been working on this thing for forever, but like I've never really like sat down and seen any of their interviews or any of that kind of stuff. Hold on. Did I? Let's see what's going on down here. This will probably tell me what I need to know about. Okay, there's definitely been some conflict. Okay, so it looks like this is before the majority of those ambushes showed up. So there are some random teeth and stuff down here. I don't think it's. I haven't lost a ton. It didn't lose like hours and hours of stuff, but yes, Boat Murdered is definitely one of those. Like, it was a story that I knew about. I want to say that was an old Something Awful creation. Like, it was one of those games that they handed back and forth between people. I want to say it was an old Something Awful creation, and that's where like all that write-up stuff came from. I think. I won't swear to it. But yeah, I know of Boat Murdered and the lethal elephants, and that's I'm sure it's not like the first time it ever happened, but that's where things like flooding the world in magma became popularized. No, like I said, so yep. Okay, that is bleeding through a little bit. Let me turn that volume down a little. Come on. Oh, right. I need to get rid of that. I need this to go down. But like I said, so when the Something Awful forums first started as an existing thing, we were still in high school. and we didn't really have internet access, so it wasn't. I want to say I had signed up with some random email, like random Hotmail address that I'd had long ago, but like we never really you really couldn't hang out and do anything on the forums because you were checking it from school. It was mostly just like we would log in to check out all the like goofy movie reviews, and that was about it. Some of the comedy like stuff that they wrote. The later on when I had home access, uh, we let's see. Hold on, let me see if I can. Let's lock this down first. See if I can get. You guys. I love this juxtaposition. I love this juxtaposition. This is a fight. I feel no terror. She is terrified while in conflict. Like, you seem to be entirely wrong on this point. You're in fact exactly the thing you claim to not be. But I'm pretty sure this is just like this is supposed to be flavor. Like, I don't feel terror. I'm a fighter. But then the reality is she's terrified while in conflict because she is. Yeah, I. Well, that's the thing. I don't know that it's like necessarily false. She is a veteran of. Yeah, she has killed a forgotten beast. So, like compared to a forgotten beast, some fish people are not much anything. I'm getting catted again. Hold on. 1 second while I adjust to let this cat climb my lap again. But yeah, I mean, and I think I've mentioned it before. I didn't really. I was on the Something Awful forums, but I was like mostly entirely there for the Let's Play forums, just because we were into video games at the time, so we were into cool videos and things about video games, playthroughs, and that's where a lot of the arcade pit folks come from. Like a lot of them all did old Let's Plays. They were people who put out videos on Google Video before YouTube was a thing. Let me see if I can just jump in the water. You should not be going that way. Why did you go back this way towards? I don't. Hold on. Let's see if I can get. Let's see if I can get everybody up here. I really would like you to get out of the way. See, I didn't mess around too much on Newgrounds. I knew of Newgrounds. I didn't ever really play too much on there. Like occasionally we would find some flash games on there that we might play around with, but or occasional like flash videos. A lot of those like stick figure fighting things we would watch on there. But like I don't know. I think for us, at least for the folks at high school and the folks I knew there, we played a lot of like console video games. Yeah, that sort of thing. Like a lot of us played like more console video games, so we didn't really feel the urge to play like the flash versions of a lot of stuff because it's just ooh, hold on. So this wrestler, this wrestler is actually I think the wrestler has a weapon of some sort, steel spear. This wrestler has wiped out a bunch of fish people. Let's see if I can get the let's see if I can get the commander over here to help out. Because the militia commander is right there. Or wait, that's the, that's for this squad. Okay, do you have a weapon on you? You do have a steel pike. Okay, okay. But yeah, like we played a lot of like console video games, so we didn't ever play a lot on Newgrounds as a whole. Like I said, we'd occasionally poke around on some things, but just oh no, the wrestler was killed. Uh, I was born in '80, so like I said, I'm in my 40s. Hold on, I somehow my mouse wheel is going the wrong way. Come on, I'm just trying to get back to here. Where's my commander? I I mean I don't know. I don't. I honestly don't know if there is like a quote unquote perfect time to be born. I mean, it was definitely an interesting time to be born because you know you have a lot of like sort of coming into new experiences and new technology. So it's like it's interesting, and I was like fortunate enough to be able to experience some of that technology. Having an NES, some early video game stuff, having like a home computer, not like super early on, but like early enough that I still got to experience having a computer at home. It's still in that general middle class sort of stuff. Are you talking about the Indian Nintendo World Championship thing? Because actually, I did participate in one of those when I was young. We went to I think they had it at Bartle Hall. It was basically like they had um, they had like a big row of systems hooked up to play. I think actually you can actually play the ROM file these days, where it's like three different games mixed in. I think it was 90 would be my bet, because it was Tetris, Rad Racer, and some other game mixed together. I'll have to look at the. Oh no, what does this dwarf need? Hold on. It was like Tetris, Rad Racer, and Super Mario. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. And I think it was like, yeah, I think it was like Tetris, then Ridge Racer, or sorry, Rad Racer, not Ridge Racer. Tetris, Rad Racer, and then Mario. Let's see. So okay? He's got Stone Rock. He needs Tree Life. I don't have any. That can't be right. We don't have any logs. Oh, I know why. He can't get to it because he's stuck in a. Never mind. You silly goose. It's because you're stuck in the alert and you can't get out of your thing. Never mind. Ignored. I will ignore that for now. There's a bunch of fish people down here. Oh, was that the ad? That okay? Because all I remember like kind of screwing up in Tetris, mostly because it was old Tetris. The old NES Tetris didn't have a what they call what's it called? It's like a bag order or a 7 bag. Uh, so basically, it's just totally random what pieces you get. I remember distinctly as a kid building up like because you only got to play for like I think it was like 3 minutes or something. I remember playing and setting up to get Tetrises because that was how you got the big points is just score a bunch of Tetrises. And so I built this big wall up and I never got any line pieces. And so I'm sitting there going like, where's my line pieces? Where's my line pieces? Time up. And so it's just like, oh, cool. Later on in life, I realized that then especially working on Arcade Pit, uh, you find out that early version of Tetris was all RNG. It is like the worst version of Tetris for that reason alone. Okay, well, I think we've got all this taken care of. Let's clear that out. And I need to get out there. But yeah, that's I distinctly remember as a kid playing and getting to Tetris and then like setting up for Tetrises and never getting any line pieces and just being like, "Oh man, my score sucks." I do need, let's see. We need to put some walls in place. Anyway, I am very tempted to switch over to yeah. Once you signed up, that was your thing. Like it was kind of tied. Oh, crap. More cavern dwellers. No, the Mace Lord. My Mace Lord. Hopefully. Hold on. I gotta send my forces back down here to root out these cave fish people who keep showing up. Very, very rude. But yeah, it was like I think it was tied to some number. Like you showed up with your ticket. you showed up with like a ticket or like a wristband, or you got a wristband or something, and so you got to play once. Hey, what's going on, Maniac? So far, so I did have a crash occur earlier, unfortunately, but didn't lose a ton of progress. The I have, however, been running into a bunch of these cave fish people rolling up out of the water down here to start fights with my folks. Hold on, let me go down here. I need to get some forces down here. No, I didn't. The only game of that group that I had owned was Mario Brothers. I had not played Rad Racer or Tetris. I mean, I'd played Tetris on Game Boy at that point, but I had not played. I might have played Ridge Racer or Rad Racer. You can tone that way down. Oh, are you talking about like the amount of fish folks that spawn? Because I know that there was an issue with I know there was an issue with them spawning on your map and causing lag, even though they're not visible. Ah, the Kobold Mace Lord drowned. What a butts. This War Raptor shouldn't be down here. Although I think they can swim. Or at least they are not weighed down by armor, so. Um, there's not a ton of them. But the problem is that they weren't all popping up at once. So like I had just come down here and wiped out a bunch of them. Like this whole this whole group that's here, I just got done like wiping them out, and I didn't. There wasn't anybody else around, so I was just like, okay, let's retreat back and get everything set up. And then as soon as somebody came down here somewhere, I want to say it was probably down here to pick up some of this stuff. Another batch just popped up, and all these guys were here. These are here. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I didn't play enough of that stuff. I was like 10 at the time, so I was definitely not practice. I was not the wizard in from the Wizard movie. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely gotten to the point in these last two forts, this one and the Lizard Fort, to where it's almost seasonal that I'll have some incursion of whatever the underground animal folk are of that particular region. Here it's cave fish, and then a Lizard Fort it's rat people, the rodent men. Oh, the mayor is fighting. What is the mayor doing down here? You're not a soldier. Because crabs can move through the water, they don't care if they get knocked down here, but these they come down. They I don't think they fight down here though. They need to not be down here is the thing. They need to have not come down here at all. Um, they have spears, most of them. Yeah, spears, spear. But because my crabs don't drown, the crabs will occasionally pass down here for whatever reason. But I don't think they either can't fight in the water or they don't fight particularly well in the water. So they won't stay down here and fight, but I don't want them out of there. Or I don't want them in there. But they go down there anyway. Um, I thought maybe the Naga had tridents. Hmm. I'll have to look and see. You know what? I can actually go into the. Let me see if I can I new weapon. Was there tridents in here? No. No? Oh. Huh. No, there's just like a lot of other pole arms, no tridents. Huh. Okay. Yes. Don't change anything. Yeah, I do play with modded stuff in. That's why I was like, you know, I thought I saw tridents on the um, Naga, but no, incorrect actually. Oop. Sorry if my lozenge is popping through the mic. I have been talking for quite some time today, so my throat is rather rough. uh, actually, what I need to do, let me. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I need to check I need to check the to make sure things are going all right in the browser, but the browser also crashed. So and now the cat is right in the way, so I can't see. Can't. I'll just let this play out a little bit more. I can check chat. I can see I have a separate program for chat, but I can't check to see anything else. Any of the fancy browser commands or controls or anything like that. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you need to get out of here, my dude. No molting down here in the caves. You need to not do that down here. Are you molting? Yeah. You need to get out of here as well. There's just this one cave fishman, spearman left. Looks like. Of this group. I need. Let me move that squad over, actually. See if I can get them positioned here. See if they can take some shots at that. And then I will close I will unstation those two. How you doing tonight, maniac? Oh, I'm popping my bones. The Holy Coast is fighting. You're probably, yeah, you're also molting. You are all choosing the wrong period of time to molt in. You should not be molting while you're down in the caverns. This is a mess. I had briefly, I do have a large all stockpile just to catch everything and get it sorted out. It needed to be expanded. That way I can clean up all this stuff and this stuff. I don't think I have a cage stockpile specifically. Oh. Hey, all right. We are currently clear of the fish people. Well, the fish people who are near us. All these other ones are down here in this bottom left corner. I know what I ought to do is come over here. Oops. Oops. Come on. Come on, mouse. Please. I should build a bridge over this from like here over to there. Oh, wall? No, not wall. Wrong thing entirely. Construction. Bridge. Let's do this. We'll make it out of gypsum blocks. Um, my my sister, my sister and her husband have uh they bought a what is it? It's a Tesla of some sort. They bought it. They bought it before Elon Musk went insane. But I've not. I've only seen. I've only sat in it. I've never like ridden in it while it's up and going or anything. Um, the however what is it? The transit van that we were in that we took to we took on our last vacation, the last big family vacation. The transit van had a big, I would say it's probably like 15-inch monitor or something in it. Like the entire middle panel was just nothing but. Oh, making sure I'm not hitting the cable here. 1 second. Let me move this. Okay. But yeah, the the big van that we were driving in basically had a giant LCD screen on it, and uh, it had all your GPS in it. Had you put all your audio stuff into it. Your any if you had like any sort of like satellite. I think they had a satellite radio. I don't know if it had satellite television. I don't think it did. It's definitely it's definitely a especially if you're not used to having that sort of stuff in your car. It is definitely like a crazy upgrade from just having little knobs and such. I I remember it's story time. I remember driving down. I did not have a so the car I was driving in at the time didn't have a CD player. It was an older car, and the only thing that I could, the only thing I could really use for entertainment was I had a portable DVD player, and so I basically had set up this portable DVD player to sit on the other dashboard or on the other side of the car, and yeah, so I might have mentioned that at one time. We did have a van that we would take down to the lake that had a small like like 8-inch television in it, in the little middle panel, and we could sit back and play NES games in that. We would take the NES with us down to the lake. Uh oh. Um. Oh, sorry. I say like I might have told you that or told that before, but we did have a van, an old mini. It wasn't a minivan. It was closer to a full size van, but it had one of those like 8-inch televisions in the center panel between the driver's seats. It was for the back, the people in the back seats. It had like a VCR, but we always just hooked up an NES to it, and so we would play NES games on the way down to our lake, my grandparents' lake cabin thing. I distinctly remember. I distinctly remember as a youngin, pestering my grandmother about the Legend of Zelda. So there were because the television itself had a VCR, right? It had a small VCR in it already. It all hooked up to that little tiny television by RCA cables, and so all we did was swapped out the RCA cables with the I don't remember if it was specifically we had replaced the RC we had like an RCA hookup for the back of our S or for back of our NES, or if that television just happened to have the RF connections as well. It might have had both, but I mean, it wasn't super playable because it was just a like I said an 8-inch screen or 9-inch screen, so it wasn't the prime place to play video games or anything. Um, oh, I do need to bring stuff up here. Yamcha. At least they're still named. So Yamcha and Final Say are both still here. Oh, I was talking about um, how one of the vehicles that I drove didn't really have any sort of entertainment in it at all, and so I had to slap in a portable DVD player. And at the time, I had like thrown together these DVDs of like just random various other stuff that I could kind of keep on in the background. I had like DVDs for a bunch of MST3K episodes, and I want to say I had a some anime series, but I would have them basically. I had the portable DVD player off on sitting up on the other dashboard, and that was just sort of like the thing that was going on in the background while I drove because I didn't have a CD player. I don't remember if I think the car had a tape deck, but I don't think I had the adapter. MST3K is the name of the show, or technically, well, yeah, it's a show, but it's it is definitely. Hold on a second. Let me get this stuff up there real quick. Ammo, armor. You know what? I'll just bring all these bins up there. That's fine. Cloth. I also need the finished goods bin. Finished goods. Finished goods. That should be fine. Hey, what's going on, time? Let me do this because I've got it set up now. I can just do it like this. For oh no, I've goofed it up. I don't not how I did that. I will always I need to be better about shouting out folks that pop into chat that are doing the streams. Especially if there's other people hanging around in here. Um but yeah, the that was definitely the thing that I spent a lot of time watching. Well, not watching because I was driving. I couldn't have watched it. Um I definitely had that going in the background while I was driving for road trips that I was taking. But yeah, if you are not familiar with any of the arcade pit crew, the folks that work, the tech folks that worked on challenges in the background, I know Time has been doing a lot of shuffler packs as of late. Him and the Wednesday night crew. If you need some folks to hang out with late at night. I think Clell's gone now. I was gonna yell at Clell to get him on to get him signed up for Arcade Pit. I need to sit down and I need to do scheduling for the next week or two. I will do that after stream, perhaps. Molting. As Raining Blood, by the way. Just in case you were curious if it was Raining Blood or not. It is Raining Blood. Ramps. Block. Yeah, and that's kind of why I had those things going on in my car at the time. Was I needed something to keep me awake because driving at night on like very flat roads, highways and such, definitely not the kind of thing that you want to be driving in silently. Like distance driving as well, because yeah, like, and that's the thing. A lot of times, my parents would. That's how we traveled. Was we'd often hit. We'd often like go after they got back from work on Friday. Like if we were traveling for the weekend or whatnot, we would leave Friday night, and we'd get down there pretty late. But you'd be driving in the dark the whole way, and so that was just the way I got used to taking road trips. 1 second, let me pause real quick and turn the corner light on. Yeah, and I I want to say I might have had a not I don't think I had an I don't think maybe I had an, no, I don't think I had an iPod. I had some MP3 player, some small little thing at some point in time. But it was one of those things where I also just couldn't have that thing. I couldn't have like headphones blaring the whole time while I was driving. Pop in one more lozenge. What are you doing, cat? Oh, hold on, let me get settled before you try to jump on me again. Hold on. But yeah, that was definitely the hardest part of driving at night was just keeping yourself awake because there was no real scenery. You weren't looking at anything. It was all dark. You're just trying to focus. You're focusing in the dark on a highway, so you're just looking at a bunch of lines and a bunch of dashes in the middle of the road, and that's it for like 10, 12 hours. So yeah, you had to keep yourself busy with some kind of distractions. This item in tomb. I need to. Oh yeah, right, right. I need to get down here and finish these or dig some more tombs out. Period. Because I think I'm pretty. Oops. 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 I think I am pretty tombed out as far as locations to bury. I'll try there, but oh, what? That's weird. Oh, I also need to come up here. So I got SpongeBob. What's SpongeBob up to? Um, ooh, work orders. He's got a few things here. Oh, okay. He's got a decent amount of stuff built up here. A lot of stew. We've got a lot of stew going on. Oh, wait a minute. Let me keep an eye on things. The maybe the volume's just down. Maybe that's what it is. It could just be a low volume. Because I'm like, I can hear the game, but I don't see the audio in the desktop audio on the mixer. I'm just like, is it is it too low? Maybe it still seems pretty quiet. Let me get the broker up here. Transform into a hermit crab. Oh, I do still hold on. I do still want to turn. I do still want to get the browser open, just so I can double check on what's going on. Because unfortunately, my phone is nearly dead, so I can't really do anything there. But I just want to make sure. Let's look and see what all is going on in the old streaming world. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay. All right. Okay. What time is it? 8. I might stream for, I don't know, another half an hour, 45 minutes. I have been streaming a bunch today. I would like to get some food in me. Smite's streaming. I would probably go a little longer if like I haven't I've literally had I had a bowl of like Cheerios this morning and I had that granola bar sometime after lunch. But like I don't want to do the thing where I stream like till 11 and then realize that I haven't eaten much all day and then like feel miserable because I'm trying to eat before bedtime, which is no bueno. Don't do it. But yeah, I'd like to get something to eat before get something to eat, and then let it be able to settle into my body before I call it a night. I need. Hold on. Neston. Okay. Air Neston. You're just sitting there? No, come on. Okay. Are you nesting? Okay, you are nesting. But yeah, and that I'd like to rest my throat a little bit. My little sore. But I definitely appreciate folks popping out, hanging out, chatting. Always a good time. I kind of need to. I need to figure out a way to not get too caught up in chatting as much. Uh, like chatting so much that I get distracted from the game itself. You had it off time. I mean, I like I said, I'll probably be maybe 30 more minutes, and then I'll call it. Well, let me. Yeah, probably about 30 minutes. Oh no. I just was like I after things crashed, I sat back down and was like I realized that I hadn't eaten and I'm like I definitely need to eat sooner than later. Oh, hey, trading. Let's trade real quick. Um but like I said I'll probably ooh, probably like 30 minutes. And then I'll head off, get something to eat, and power down for a bit. I'll take those gold blocks. I don't know why they cut the gold into blocks, but I'll take it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought I was going to just come back and play something else. I mean, that's kind of you can get commonly with TMJ, you can get sort of like tension headaches. It's usually like on the side of your head that where you're having the most problems jaw wise. Like for me, I occasionally kind of get tension headaches right up through here. Lead flask does not sound like a particularly good choice to make a flask out of. What do we got cage wise? Worm cage. Why not take this? What is this? Petiniosaurus? Let's see what a Petiniosaurus is. I'll grab some beer while I'm here. I need to look and see what the use is for venom. Because I assume that it's meant for, like, equipping, or for, like, dipping your ranged weapons in. But I don't know if they do that automatically or what. Because I know we have barrels of venom hanging around. I have to assume there's some kind of poison use. But I've never messed with it. These are humans. Man, they only have like copper armor, which is not great. I don't really need a ton of this stuff. No sand. Just always grabbing bags just because I don't want to sit around and use all my materials to make bags, especially for sand collecting. Let's see. Let's get another iron anvil. I've got a decent amount of meat and fish. Actually, you know what? I'll take the fish. Got plenty of plants. I could take these fruits. I'm gonna grab some of these like trap components. We can make some traps out of stuff. Cheese? No. Oh, ooh. Scrolls. I'll take some scrolls. Yak parchment. Silver bookcase. And the rest of that. Why not? So, we can go over to DF Trade Hack. Or DF Hack Trade. And then I could trade him a stack of bolts. And some gems. And then let's go down. Let's go down towards the bottom and trade. What we got down at the bottom? Let's get rid of some of this junk. Some mussel shell stuff. Crafts. Oops. I caught myself. Caught my arm. Stretch my arm out a little bit so I get it away from my body there a little bit. Trade some. Nest boxes I don't really need to mess around with. Mussel shell. Some wax crafts. Let's see. A lot of silk cloth. I don't know about you all, but I do notice occasionally, especially when I use a lozenge that has a decent amount of like menthol in it. I definitely can kind of feel my throat not particularly appreciate the like extra kind of numbness to it. Does make it like a little more difficult, I guess, to like talk and breathe sometimes. Just because everything's like a little like feels a little number than it was when you want it like concentrated in your throat. I think that should be all right. Let's do that. Static with the trading. They made a profit. You can move on now. Baron Consort of Thunder Bastion. Oops, oops, oops. I need... Oh, I did. Oh, do I still have them? Hold on, cages. I do, okay. I purchased some horseshoe crabs. Right. I did not get a farm set up for the said horseshoe crabs, but I did create a space for those to go into. I do... I think. Will I dig that out? I don't know. Can I dig a staircase up from there? Oh, that's too low a little bit. Hold on. Because they can definitely dig that out. I guess I will need to channel this out. I guess I'll have to do it like that. And then we can go, we'll put the staircases up here. Do it like this. But I'll have to close this off. So, because I don't, this is, you know, kind of dangerous to have a pathway into your fortress. Wait, how are they channeling there? Are they channeling from underneath? I mean, if they're channeling from underneath, then I didn't really need to dig in there, I guess. Huh. Okay. Okay. Let me make fine crafts. SpongeBob is cooking up masterpieces. Okay, so I need to... Let's wall this off. Because I don't... Well, you know what? I can just door this off, actually. I don't need to wall it off, necessarily. I can just put doors in here. Oops. Put doors in here, and then that way I can lock them off from the outside. That way, anybody, I don't know if this really gets used too much, this passageway up to the top of the falls. But that way I don't have to entirely block off that pass there. Random wandering albatross. Right. Oh. So I was... am I going to set it up down here? I guess I could set it up down here. It might be easier to do that here. Set up the giant horseshoe crab farm. I could put it in this corner. Let's do that. Construction, wall. We'll put it like from here. Block. And block. Set that up. We'll put the pasture here. And then we'll add the horseshoe crabs. We'll add all these horseshoe crabs into this farm area here. What is the mayor doing? Oh, you're carrying Galena ore up to you. Ugh. I probably should have sat down and tried to suss out the path for a minecart. But like I said, I haven't I have not done much in the way of track messing around. Trying to think of like how I would probably wouldn't be too hard to set up a sort of a downwards slope for like a minecart to get down from here. Animal inaccessible. Why? Why are they inaccessible? Unless they're like wandering the map somewhere and somebody can't get to them. Which is possible. Oh yeah, I could have be all these hatchlings that have just popped up. Probably. I probably gonna need to maybe trim the numbers a little bit on that. Mm, no, but those eggs are not fertile. These ones are fertile. Don't mess with those. No. Um. Okay. Da, da, da. Got all that. The eagles. What are you doing? Oh, you're putting a stray eaglet in back in the cage. I probably need to just. Wait. Nah, nah, nah. Let's not mess with that too much for now. Somebody just throwing their pants and their dress down on the ground. That's kind of a rude place to put that, right in the doorway. Okay. Let's see. It is probably about time for me to wind down. I will grab some dinner, power down a bit. I don't think I'll be back tonight. If I am, it won't be particularly long. Probably not. I unless I just I will be shocked if I decide to pop back on again tonight. It is late enough that I'm just like, and my throat is kind of tore up. So I might not be back tomorrow though, I'll play something else besides Dwarf Fortress for a while. What I don't know yet, but I will play something else for a while. Merchants are gone. Cave Spider Silk. Oh, let's save it real quick. Save and return to title screen. I will, however, send folks out to somebody who is playing Dwarf Fortress, because I will probably linger around and see what she is up to in her fortress. I have been kind of watching some of it on in her VODs. Let's see, where is she still streaming? Yes, she is. I will send some folks over that way. Like I said, I will be back probably tomorrow, would be my guess. Um, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can wiggle this into position here. I will swap over to this. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for hanging out. Let me close out Dwarf Fortress real quick so I can get this multi-twitch window going because I'm gonna multi-twitch it up. And all right, I will send folks over to Saber Rainu. I know she plays WoW and some like I think so. What is it? Muse Dash, but she also has been getting into Dwarf Fortress as of late. She's got a fortress going. She's a newer player, so figure folks can see. She's had a few streams of this, but she's definitely newer to the whole game. So I will send folks along over there. Later, all.